Hi everyone, it's Heidi Smith here. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator based in the United Kingdom, and you can find me at Flutter by Heidi. So today I thought it was about time I dug out and demonstrated my beautiful friendship. I've used this for lots of cards, but I've just never got round to actually blogging those. So I'm going to do a series where I'm going to show you using this stamp set. And this one I just thought would be a good opportunity to start using up some of those colours which are soon to go, which is the Grapefruit Grove here, and this is the card that we're making. So there's two versions. So we've got a landscape version and we've got a portrait version, and again I've used just some retired pearls on here, metallic pearls, just to kind of add a little bit of bling to it as well. These ones have been layered with petal pink, but again in line with using up my stash, I'm going to use some Grapefruit Grove with the version that we're going to do right now. So I thought rather than I thought we might do the landscape version of this, just as a bit of fun. So let's get started. So first of all, you're going to need to create a card base. Very straightforward, standard card base on this. So depending on how you like your cards to open. So this one is a tent fold, which is always makes the card look nice. This is a kind of a standard card fold, a little bit different, but again you could do a tent fold version of that as well. I'm going to use thick Whisper White for this, and the reason for that is when you're doing just a single layer of stamping with not much card, the thicker one just makes for a better card base. So I've cut my card base here to 14.5 by 21, and then I've just scored simply at 10.5 centimetres to create a card base. I'm then going to cut a layer of Grapefruit Grove. So this is going to need to be 14 centimetres. By 10 centimetres, and I'm just going to mention gutting. So this is what I do when I want to preserve my cardstock stash, and all I do is I just line it up at 2 centimetres, so 3/4 of an inch, and just cut from 2 centimetres down to 12 centimetres. And it doesn't matter if you go over the line slightly because it's going to be hidden. But that means that you can then cut out that centre section, perfect for punching or adding a layer, and that's your frame that'll be hidden by your front layer of cardstock. So our layer of cardstock, we're going to want a piece to go on the front there. I've just standard Whisper White, she says, hopefully. Okay, so I'm just going to take a sheet of Whisper White. I'm going to cut this at 13.5 centimetres, and then again at 9.5 centimetres, and that creates a nice layer that layers perfectly onto our square there, or even a rectangle. Okay, so that's all our cutting that we need to do. Pop aside that piece for another occasion. And so what I'm now going to do is I've got my Stampin' Pierce mat here, and I've just put a scrap of paper because I'm going to be because I'm going to be stamping over the edges. I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to make a mess of my Stampin' Pierce mat. There's no more reason than that. So I've already layered up my stamps onto my blocks. And we're going to start off with the large rose image in the middle, and this is I'm going to use my petal pink for this. So a lovely sort of peachy pink. Ink it up really well, and then I'm just going to pop that right in the centre to create my focal image. I'm then going to come in with the two sort of rosebuds, and I'm not going to ink the whole image, so I'm just going to come in at the side edges. If you do go over, just wipe it with a little finger. I'm just going to pop those in there. So that's my petal pink image that I've used. I'm going to use a bit of Grapefruit Grove ink for these small images here. These are like sort of speckled images for the stamens of the centre of the flower. beauty of this stamp set is that it's one of the distinctive stamps, so the hard work is really done for us already. I'm going to ink up my sentiment and pop that in the corner as well. So that's again Grapefruit Grove. And then with my other two colours, I'm using some crushed curry and some old olive, but I'm going to be stamping off, so I'm just going to keep that to one side. I tried it on one card and it just seemed a little bit heavy with the full strength. Oh, got away with that. I was lucky. And I'm just kind of turning that till I've kind of got the that sort of hugging the corner of the flowers. And there's no right or wrong way with this. You just play around with the images that you like. Oh, what I haven't done is I've used Grapefruit Grove for this. It's almost like a wisteria spray. It could be something like a lupin maybe, but that is rather nice over the top of those. Like so. Let's pop my Grapefruit Grove away. So again, with the images, the leaf images, I found that Old Olive Full Strength was just going to be too dark for the soft flowers. So I've just stamped off with those. I'm using just a mix of the 2 spray and the 3. I'm going to use just the 2 to fill that bit in at the bottom there. And you can obviously add some leaves a little higher up, and if you can sort of stamp off twice if you wanted, just giving him a softer effect as well. That's probably enough. Okay, so there's our card. I mean, how quick and easy was that to make? This card really, this stamp set makes absolutely stunning cards in no time at all, and is great for if you wanted to make quite a few, so you've got some handy for when you've got a birthday, because you could just stamp up, have everything ready to go, and then just add a sentiment on at onto a panel at the last minute. Or you could just have some made up with a generic happy birthday, or even without a sentiment. And again, I've kept with the sort of simple stamping on this, because what I'm just keeping the depth down, so it should go as a standard letter. And then I'm just going to pop a few of these lovely metallic pearls. Get my take your pick tool out. There you go. It's great for adding just little pearls on things. I'm just going to pop another couple dotted around the card. No, I don't want any of my take your pick putty on the card. Hey, here we go. There we go. I think that's fine. Okay, so all we need to do now is to add that onto our card base. Oh, let's pop that down a little bit more firmly. And these pearls are great if you happen to have a little bit of a smudge on your card. Stick a pearl over it, and they come in silver and gold, so they are really useful depending on your preference. Make sure you get your card the right way up, which I very nearly didn't there, and just pop that into the centre. And then just to finish it off, all I'm going to do now is grab my Petal Pink ink pad again, and that pretty rose image. I'm just going to pop that on the inside as well, just as a very soft hint of a pattern for the inside. So there we go. Birthdays are the best days. Beautiful friendship stamp set. And as I said, you can really create cards using the same colour palette in no time at all. Thanks for watching. Come back and see me again soon, and don't forget to pop along to my blog, follow the links if you'd like to make a purchase of this stamp set or anything else. Take care. Bye now.